Miley Cyrus has a song called Rainbowland with Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton, who is a national treasure here. Hannah Claire isn't here to tell you today, but we stan Dolly Parton here for the most part. Yeah. This song has been banned from a school in Wisconsin because they basically said that a couple of people said that it was because because Miley Cyrus is a person who they consider to be a bit controversial, and other people say it's because the lyrics of the song might be promoting a message that they don't like.
Yeah, you had me listen to this song. Yeah. You said you got to do it, dude, or you can't be on the show. So I listened to the song, and you know
That's exactly what I said. I said, put your headphones on right now.
Yeah, and I don't know what the fuss is all about. Like, it's talking about a fantasy land, and as far as I'm concerned, it can be a drug-induced fantasy land. It can be a utopia that doesn't exist. It could be Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
It's really like, I think because of the news and what has been in the news lately, people are just applying this to the LGBTQ community.
Yeah, well, I mean, I do believe that that's what the song means, but I don't believe that kids in the first grade would be able to interpret it.
Was this 5 years ago?
The song's not that old. Is it that? Yeah,
I listened to the song in its entirety.
Yeah,
and it was like, even going into it thinking like with a closed mind, I'm like expecting to
see horrible stuff,
right? And I'm like, where did the people that banned this? You know, where were they coming from?
I think there's a little bit of social hysteria there.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I said
when they said the name, I was like,
said, last night I said, Brett, I said, wait till they come for the Pink Floyd album.
Oh yeah, the covers they're already
Just because it's a prism of light, right? So it has the rainbow colors. I'm like, just wait, right? And which is so silly, and that's what's been so backwards to me from the whole point. It's like they assume because of your style, what you wear, like you are this, and I'm like, gosh, like stop it.
One of the lines in the song says, living in a rainbow land where skies are blue and things are grand. Oh, wouldn't it be nice to live in a paradise where we're free to be exactly who we are? Look, that could be interpreted any number of ways, and I get the sensitivity that people feel for it right now, given the way culture has skewed lately. But I also think that the first thing that came to my mind was when I was in school, they played Puff the Magic Dragon.
It's brilliantly ambiguous.
From Peter, Paul, and Mary, which, you know, everyone said, ooh, it's about drugs.
Yeah.
It's about drugs.
Well, it actually could. I mean, it's more obviously about drugs than this is about, you know.
Yeah.
My whole thing is, though, the founding fathers would have had this song on their iPod, right? Because they want to go to the land of freedom. Like, they couldn't practice their own religions.
Yeah.
They had to pay taxes to a king that lived across the ocean, right? They would have looked at this song and not thought gay rights. They would have thought religious rights.
To be honest, man, the first thing I thought of was just like people of all colors getting along. Like, a throwback to like discrimination and all that.
But is this a little bit of the pendulum swinging the other way?
Yeah, 100%.
That they're overreacting to something like this.
I think it's 100%. I think it's emotionally led, just like shock, you know?
Yeah.
Well, it's weird, though, because somebody said that they thought that it was just because of her, you know, her general stage presence and what she's associated with in the past.
They're not going to.
She's not going to be there live.
Yeah,
right.
She's not going to be there live. She's not going to be twerking on stage with Robin Thicke.
Right, but it resonated with me because of a situation that we are potentially having right now, where it's just like the name brings.
You know what it made me think of? It made me
banning.
think of the Ralphie May stand-up bit where he talks about how the rainbow is stolen by the LGBTQ community.
I remember what was I can't remember the punchline, but what was I do remember that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of swear words in there, so I can't really repeat it. But basically, he says like, "I want the rainbow back. You can't have it, you greedy bastards." he's like, "Remember, you used to draw like a nice picture of your house,
and you put a rainbow behind it.
Put a rainbow behind it. Yay."
Yeah, now,
Yay.
That's a gay
like,
house
that's,
now.
That's like, you can't, do that now. So they own it. You're not allowed to do that. They've changed the language in the way that they do a lot of times. But I do think this is an overreaction. Like, I didn't hear anything over the top there. They're also saying, like you said, do you think Miley Cyrus is so controversial that imagine like the teacher puts like a Miley twerking video up behind the kids?
Well, yeah, or like when she was doing that, shoot, I think it was during the wrecking ball thing where she had like the armpit full of hair and stuff.
You want to know something funny? You know how last time I told you my grandmother lived next to Wesley Snipes? And
that's amazing.
Well, I have another story. Like, I was doing a model gig thing in New York, and it just happened to be like an Adult Swim VIP event, and Miley Cyrus headlined it. So I watched her do the whole smoking weed in the green goblin outfit or whatever she was wearing from like a third story next to the guy from Hot Tub Time Machine.
You know, her sister. You know, I do you think she's a result of like Hollywood? Because her sister's kind of nuts too.
Miley? Yes.
Noah Cyrus is kind of out there a little bit. She's not nearly as outgoing as Miley, but he's
got
troubled, I would say.
By the way, guys, we stan Wesley Snipes here. Pop Culture Crisis. We love Wesley Snipes.
You're really getting quite the collection.
Yes,
there.
I
didn't know you were a big fan like that.
Well,
it makes more sense.
No, I have a collection now. I've got a collection of like fellow of celebrities who are all what you'd call tax heroes, who have bravely stood up to the federal government and their illegal seizing of their gains, albeit by a government organization that has monopoly on force.
Do you have the Jersey Shore guy?
I picked a couple of them so far. So I've got Willie Nelson, Wesley Snipes, Nicolas Cage, Lindsay Lohan,
Nicolas Cage.
And
no Shakira yet.
No, I haven't ordered a Shakira yet, and Martha Stewart, and I forget who the other one is there. Nice. Oh, Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker. We got a bunch of them. You know, as they're good. You know, they don't need to pay their taxes. It's being stolen by the federal government.
Again, I'm going to bring up the founding fathers again. They would have been fans of those guys.
Yes, they would have. Look, I think it's an overreaction on the song, and I'd like to see a little bit more discernment about something like this. Somebody in the chat said that they believe that the teacher probably picked the song for the students. I don't know if maybe. Like, do you think that's possible?
You know, I saw this kind of related, but not. So I saw this video of this teacher in like an elementary school, and she literally had her wedding ceremony like in the classroom in front of the kids, like, you know, decorated things. I'm like, that shouldn't be allowed either. Like, teachers need to stop interjecting all their personal lives and personal opinions on things into these little kids' lives.
Yep.
The kids, man, yeah, I don't know. If it was the teacher's pick, like, I would understand. They're like, listen, no, we have a set list of music for whatever event we're doing, whatever, you know. Yeah. I could understand that. But I still don't feel the song is innately controversial. I think they're making it controversial.
Yeah, exactly. They're making it worse than it is. Plus, everybody loves Dolly Parton.
Yeah,
everybody. How do you you know what they should do to rectify this? The kids should get a free trip to Dollyland.
Ooh.
Like, that's what I'm talking. Like, is that
a real place?
That's a real place. That's a real place. I don't know where it is.
I thought it was Dolly World.
Did I say Dollyland?
Dolly World.
Yes,
it's
Dolly
in
World.
Tennessee, right?
Yes. It's
in Nashville.
Yeah. So what they need to do is get those kids a free field trip, and I bet you Dolly Parton would support that. She's a national treasure.
Dolly World.
Did I say Dolly? She'd have
Dollywood. Dollywood. We're both wrong.
We're both.
I said Dollywood.
She should open the other two. Then she should open Dollyland and Dolly
in California. And then World in Florida.
Yeah, she should open all of them.
It's in Tennessee. It's in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
Okay, yes, the chat is now correcting us. Thank you guys.
Sorry.
Thank you guys. It was like when I called
Olivia
Tim.
Claire said 6 Y's on the end of that, Kellen.
Oh,
I don't know if
wow.
you saw that.
It's like
Holy
it's
smokes.
like the other week when I accidentally called Tim Drake's Robin, Tim Drake's Superman, and everyone roasted me in the chat. I'm like, I'm never gonna live that one down.
I miss Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Robin.
What?
Yeah, I liked that casting of Robin because he wasn't a superhero; he was just a cop, a good detective.
Chris O'Donnell. As Dick Grayson in Batman Forever, the highly underrated Batman Forever that I stand as many chances. If Vera was in the chat today, if Vera was watching, she would understand what I'm talking about. Everyone loves Batman Forever. They don't, but we do. Me and her love it. Yeah. Look, how do you fix this? What do you do to fix this with music like this? Because they ended up saying that they're going to use a song from the Muppets instead.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah,
which one?
That.
The Rainbow Connection?
It's called something like that. Yeah.
I don't know. They just said something.
But they said they have
Muppets.
Controversial content policy. Do kids in the first grade even know who Miley Cyrus is? I don't know if kids in the first grade know who Miley Cyrus is.
They know. They know.
She's older than them now.
No,
but I'm saying like maybe that's the indication that it was the teacher that picked it, because the teacher is probably more likely to know Miley Cyrus.
Oh my! I keep thinking of teachers as just old, but they're like our age.
I just saw this TikTok, and it's just a young group of maybe 16-year-old girls, and the guy's asking them who their favorite rapper is, and this is a new video, like maybe a week or a month old, and she says Childish Gambino, and if you guys don't know who that is, it's a guy who's been in the rap game. He now is a producer and actor. Like, he hasn't made music in probably close to 5-10 years. So I was like shocked that was her
5
answer.
years, for sure.
2013, I believe, was the last album.
What about that music video that was so
Oh yeah,
controversial?
This Is America.
Right.
Yeah. He's had a couple singles since then, but he kind of retired as I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyway,
no,
but
he's
I was shocked. I
multi-talented.
was like, okay, that's like he was definitely known, but he was not the best rapper. He was not the most popular rapper, and that was her pick. So I was like, okay, these kids know, so I think the kids probably do know of Miley Cyrus. You know.
I don't know, man. It's somebody says Dolly Garden.
Dolly Garden.
Look, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that it's that the teacher knew who Dolly Parton was and not the other ones, because they said the teacher had been a teacher for like 20 years.
Yeah.
So she's probably older.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I know Dolly has like been very vocal for like the LGBTQ community in recent years.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.